I do need, I'm now a mother of two, doing a TV show. I get a script every week, and our rewrites is such that I usually get maybe 3 scripts of the same script that I'm reading a week. Really hard to find time to read that thing. I really do need it framed in some way by my agent, or I need my agent actually to be excited about me reading it. It's taken me 6 months up to a year to actually read that script. And it's not until it's framed appropriately and the coverage is there that I can read it. So coverage is quite important for me, because it actually, if that first page gets me excited or can put me in a brain frame to then set aside, an hour and a half to read it within a context. Because for me, I just do not have that space to kind of sit with an open mind on this fresh page. It's kind of a little bit overwhelming. It's a bit like I need the novel to have a cover and a little blurb on the back, and the cover's got to be attractive in a weird way. But that's in the framing. That is my agent saying, I met them, they were really interesting, or I read it, I think it's great, is really important. Retrospectively, the first filmmakers who I got excited by, there was a good to really good script, and there was other material. There was and so some of these movies I didn't have a crack at, but I got really excited. One was Gondry, seeing his video clips, and really it was just like, wow. It was just a DVD and I was totally hooked. I would have read any incomprehensible tome he would have sent me after seeing his visual imagination. But in terms of character coverage, I'll never forget reading the character coverage for Muriel's wedding and the description of that character. And I didn't help get that movie made because I was a nobody, but I read that coverage and felt for the first time in my whole life there was a role for me, that I wasn't trying to kind of squeeze myself into some other, some voice that wasn't really right, where I was kind of reaching or pretending I was right for your movie. I read that and I was like, wow, this is me. No one will play this better than me. And since then, occasionally, character coverage, it tells me a lot about the texture of the movie and the filmmaker's voice, and whether, it's just sometimes the way a character is described can get me excited or not. It might be a way to find the right person if that touches a kind of an actor's, and maybe when something's on offer to an actor, you shape it a little more specifically, the description of the character, knowing who's going to be reading that draft. And as that changes, or you're getting different people to read it, you might shift that as you see that person more in the character. But that one thing can either alienate me from thinking that I'm right for the character and you're just wanting me in your film for the wrong reasons, or it can get me excited that I really have something to bring to your project and that we might have a kind of similar vision for it. That idea that, there's a 2-week role for Kate Winslet that's like nothing she's ever done before, and she'd have a really good time playing it. So sometimes that also helps. This is a 2-week role, or this is a 1-week role. If you're thinking about not so much your central character, but attaching those other people. It was already framed by that it was Milos Forman, but had that been in the indie pile, I still think I would have said it was the great, up to that point, one of the greatest scripts I'd ever read. But I was just, that was an example of just an immaculately amazing written, intelligent, surprising, tight, brilliant script that also just spoke, that character really spoke to me, and I went after that role really hard. And the funny story was that Courtney Love and I both went on tape for it, on film for it, and the president of Czechoslovakia was the final decider in the casting process. That script was so hot, and there aren't many that if you can get people excited, because if your script has that level of just completeness of voice and originality and surprise, it actually ignites fires in the agency, doesn't it? Because
totally.
They're rare.
It's very important.
The script being exciting and having a unique sense of voice, I think, is a huge hook. Competency, if we're talking mostly first-time teams, competency if I go back and separate, the first-time directors that I've had the best time with have, you know, when I think about it, have really had the competency on the table in terms of stuff on film. That combo, competency, you've got to prove your competency and really somehow get through to that actor. If you are not just being strategic and going, you know, how can I get people to cast this? It's like if you really have your dream people that you think would be interested if you can get it are the right people to play it, really frame it appropriately for them, and don't blow that chance on the draft that's not quite there, or, you know, a character synopsis that you gave to you know, your friend to write. You know, really shape that and try to get into a position with them that you can demonstrate your competency, and that's, you know, a meeting and face on face, and excite them.